Just when Forrester Creations thinks it can control the narrative, Hope may be ready to do the one thing Steffi never expected: walk away. But this is not just about one delayed fashion line. This could become a family war, a business war, and maybe the beginning of Logan's biggest move yet. So let's break down what may happen on The Bold and the Beautiful this Friday, May 8th. At Forrester Creations, Hope seems to be standing at the edge of a decision she can no longer avoid. For weeks, Hope has been treated like her dreams can be delayed, questioned, or pushed aside whenever the Forresters decide something else is more important. The postponement of her line may sound like a business decision on paper, but for Hope, it feels far more personal. And that is where the conflict becomes dangerous. Steffi may believe Hope is overreacting. In Steffi's mind, Hope is taking one professional setback and turning it into an emotional crisis. But Hope does not see it that way. She sees a pattern. She sees disrespect. She sees another reminder that her name may be on the line, but her power inside Forrester is limited. That difference in perception is what makes this confrontation so explosive. Steffi is not likely to soften her tone. She may see Hope's frustration as entitlement. Hope, meanwhile, may finally decide that defending herself inside Forrester is no longer enough. If the company can postpone her future, maybe she has to build that future somewhere else. And that, somewhere else, may be Logan. Steffi's biggest mistake may be assuming Hope will simply calm down and accept the decision. Because this time, Hope may not just complain. She may make a move. If Hope announces that she is leaving Forrester Creations, Steffi's irritation could quickly turn into fury. Not because Steffi necessarily wants Hope there, but because Hope leaving on her own terms changes the power dynamic. Steffi wants control. She wants to decide what survives at Forrester and what gets pushed aside. But if Hope walks away and chooses Logan, then Steffi loses the ability to frame Hope as someone who depends on Forrester approval. That is a serious shift. Hope's exit could become more than an emotional reaction. It could become a public statement. It could say that Logan women are done waiting for a seat at a Forrester table that keeps moving farther away. And Steffi may hate that. The real question is not whether Steffi will be angry. Of course she will be. The question is how far she will go once she realizes Hope is not just leaving. She may be taking her identity, her audience, and possibly a future fashion empire with her. While Hope's decision creates shock at Forrester, Katie Logan may see something completely different. Katie may look at Hope and see opportunity. To Katie, Hope could become the bright new face Logan needs. She has name recognition. She has a loyal audience. She has emotional history with viewers inside the fashion world. And most importantly, she has a reason to prove herself. That combination can be powerful. Katie may share this excitement with Donna, believing that Hope's move could turn Logan into a real fashion threat. But Donna's reaction may be more cautious, and honestly, she may have a point. Because Donna understands that this is not just business. This is family. Hope leaving Forrester could deepen the divide between the Logans and the Forresters. It could pull Brooke into another impossible position. It could make Katie look ambitious at the exact moment the family needs stability. And if the Logan women start fighting each other over what this move means, then Steffi may not even need to attack them. They may fracture from the inside. Donna's fear may be simple. Success is tempting. But if Logan's rise comes at the cost of family unity, what will be left once the victory arrives? That warning may hang over Katie's excitement like a shadow. If Hope truly moves forward with a new career chapter at Logan, she will need more than passion. She will need talent. That is where Dickie Sharp may come in. There is reason to believe Hope may want her brother working beside her. Dickie could bring fresh energy to the line. He could also give Hope something deeply personal, a creative partner connected to her family, not the Forrester machine. That matters. If Hope is trying to rebuild her brand away from Forrester, she cannot simply copy what she had before. She needs a new emotional center. Dickie could help create that. He could become the designer who understands not just the clothes, but the message behind them. But there is one problem. A major fashion launch is too big for one person. If Dickie becomes central to Hope's new line, he may need a team around him. And that opens the door to a far more controversial possibility. Remy Price. Remy has already made it clear that he is tired of fixing air conditioners and doing random jobs just to get by. His real dream is fashion. That detail does not feel accidental. In soap storytelling, when a character suddenly talks about a dream, it usually means the writers are putting a door in front of them. The question is whether that door leads to redemption, disaster, or both. Forrester Creations would almost certainly never hire Remy. His history makes him too toxic for that world, especially after everything connected to Elektra. But Logan may be different. If Katie and Hope are building something new, they may be more open to taking risks. And Remy could see that as his chance. The complicated part is Dickie. If Dylan helps Remy repair his relationship with Dickie, then Remy may not approach Logan alone. He may come attached to Dickie, emotionally and professionally. Dickie could even argue that they work best as a package. That would put Hope and Katie in a difficult position. Do they take the talent and ignore the controversy? Or do they protect the new company from scandal before it even begins? Either choice could create drama. If Katie opens the door for Remy at Logan, the business decision may look bold on paper. But emotionally, it could detonate inside the Spencer family. Will Spencer is not likely to see Remy as a young man chasing a second chance. He may see him as the person who hurt Elektra, crossed lines, and still has not earned the right to stand beside the people Will loves. That is why Katie's choice could cut deeper than she expects. To her, hiring Remy may be about talent, opportunity, and building a team before Logan loses momentum. To Will, it may feel like his own mother is rewarding someone who caused real damage. That is a dangerous emotional divide. Katie may try to defend herself by saying Logan cannot be built on fear. She may argue that people can change, and that Dickie's support proves Remy is trying to move forward. But Will may not care about redemption speeches. He may want accountability first. And if Katie seems too eager to protect Hope's new fashion future, Will could wonder whether Elektra's pain is being pushed aside for ambition. Bill may support Katie's right to make her own decisions, even if he does not fully trust Remy himself. But that kind of support could backfire. Will may feel cornered, as if both parents are choosing Katie's company over his warning. And once Will feels dismissed, he may stop trying to reason with them and start taking action of his own. This could pull Elektra back into the center of the storm. If she finds out Remy may be working near Dickie, Hope, and Katie, old wounds could reopen fast. Dickie may defend Remy, Will may defend Elektra, Katie may defend the company. And Hope, who only wanted a fresh start, could suddenly find her new line surrounded by personal conflict before it even launches. Hope's possible exit from Forrester may begin as a stand against Steffi. But if Remy joins Logan, the story changes shape. It becomes about trust, loyalty, forgiveness, and whether one woman's dream is worth reopening another family's pain. And by the end of Friday, Logan may not just be preparing for a fashion war. It may be preparing for its first internal crisis. So Friday may not simply be about Hope walking away from Forrester Creations. It may be about what happens when one door closes, and another door opens into even bigger chaos. Hope may believe she is finally choosing herself. Katie may believe she is building something powerful. Donna may already sense that the Logan family is stepping onto dangerous ground. And Steffi, watching from the Forrester side, may realize too late that pushing Hope away did not weaken her. It may have made her more determined. But the most unpredictable piece could be Remy. If Logan gives him a place in this new fashion world, then Hope's fresh start will not stay clean for long. Will could rebel. Elektra could be dragged back into painful memories. Dickie could be forced to prove where his loyalty really stands. And Katie may have to decide whether a second chance is worth the damage it could cause inside her own family. That is the real question heading into Friday's episode. Is Hope building a new future, or is Logan about to inherit every conflict Forrester left behind? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Should Hope leave Forrester for good? Should Katie risk hiring Remy? And if Will explodes over this decision, will he be wrong? Or will he be the only one seeing the danger clearly? Like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more bold and the beautiful spoilers and breakdowns. Because this may not be the end of Hope's Forrester chapter. It may be the beginning of Logan's most dangerous gamble yet.